it's Katie back again for another video, and today's video is going to be another college video because it's that time of year when everyone's getting their stuff for college. So today I am bringing you how to survive your first week at college. Obviously every college is different, so I'm like talking from my experience, but I made it really general and pretty much it will work for every school. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I post every Wednesday and Saturday, and yeah, let's go. Okay, also a little introduction. Hi, I'm Katie. I go to Marist. I'm about to be a sophomore. I'm a fashion merchandising student. So I made a list of like 10, 11-ish things, and I separated it into two groups, like classes and social life. So I guess I'll start with like classes things. And the first tip I have is to find your classes the day before classes start. Move-in day was Saturday, and then we had Sunday where we had like activities and all that stuff, and then Monday classes started. So it was really fast, but Sunday I made sure I knew where my classes were. And I'm someone like once I go there once or twice, like I got it down and I know where to go. And honestly, it's not as hard as you think at Marist because it's like a smaller school, but like any school, like if you have a bigger school especially, definitely go find where your classes are. Number two is to make your class schedule your lock screen. This one helped me a lot. For the first like 2 weeks of school, I made my schedule on my lock screen so I could reference it really easily. One of my biggest fears is going to the wrong class. And the first day, it's honestly pretty common in college, like the first week of classes. I always like double check and like make sure I'm going to the right room and all that stuff. Making your schedule your lock screen, you know for sure what times you have it and you can reference it really quickly instead of having to like go back on like the website or go back in your photos or something. It's just right there and you can find it super easily. So I definitely recommend doing that. Tip number 3 is to get to your classes like 15 minutes early, like 10 to 15 minutes early the first day or two, because college, there aren't assigned seats. Seat that you sit in the first week is pretty much your seat the entire semester, and people like, it's like kind of like an unspoken rule that you just sit in your seat and like you don't take other people's, because people like get mad, people get heated about that. Get to class early, so you make sure you're there early, you make sure you get to the class on time, and also you get your seat that you want, and you got to make sure you want it for the rest of the semester. Yeah, I highly recommend getting to class early first couple days. I feel like that's kind of obvious, but you'd be surprised a lot of people don't. Number 4 and 5 have to do with textbooks. This is my personal opinion, and I feel like so many people don't do this because like all my friends, like they just get their textbooks from the bookstore. My number one tip: don't buy your textbooks from the bookstore, or don't rent them from the bookstore. If that's your only option, then like rent them. Do not buy or rent your textbooks from the bookstore. All textbooks in general are overpriced, but it's so crazy overpriced at the bookstore, and I have gone... Okay. Me and my mom are like masters at finding cheap textbooks. Find them online using Amazon. Amazon's really good. I love like renting them from Amazon. Chegg. There's like a whole bunch of websites. I always find super cheap textbooks because it's so ridiculous how expensive it is, like actually. So just don't buy them from the bookstore. And then that leads me to my next tip: don't get your textbooks until you either get your syllabus from your professor. Sometimes they put them out early, a week or two before class starts. So if you read your syllabus and you see like all the assignments are having to do with like a textbook and there are assignments based on the textbook, like get it. Or if they don't, then don't get a textbook until you know that you'll need it for the class, because there are classes that I haven't actually needed the textbook. Like you don't need it to do well, so you need to like get a feel of the class before you buy the textbook. My last like classes tip is to write your assignments in your planner when you get the syllabus for the class. So I know not everyone is like this. I try to be really organized. I'm someone, if I don't write it down in my planner, I will not do it. Like it'll completely be out of my mind and I won't do it because I can't see it written down, and I'll only be focused on what's written down and what I have to check off. That has been a downfall because that has led to me missing a couple assignments, but not that bad because I usually remember to write everything down. There are people, like I have friends from like high school and stuff, who they don't write anything down in their planner and they just know what to do and they do it. I know not everyone like likes doing this, but I really recommend writing down all of the assignments in the syllabus from the professor when you get the syllabus, because college is not like high school where if you have an assignment, your teacher's going to be reminding you like this assignment's due tomorrow, like every day, and like posting about it, like this is due. And it's also not like you see the people in your class all day, so you can't really rely on people in your class to like be reminding you about the assignment. I guess professors, they will not remind you about assignments a lot of the times. Like there will be homework on the syllabus and the professor won't mention it, and then you just have to hand it in and you have to do it. Writing it down so you like at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of the semester, so you make sure that you do it is really important. So do that the first week, because syllabus week, like you're not busy, like there's no real assignments you have to do yet, so You have the time. You'll thank me later. Now moving on to social life. So I have like 5 like kind of social tips for the first week. The first one is kind of like school related, but not really. Go to the club fair, okay? I know Marist does. I'm assuming most schools have like all the fairs the first week, like the club fair, the job fair, like all that stuff. Go to the club fair, okay? I cannot stress this enough. Marist has it on like a Wednesday during our like activity time, where it's like 2 or 3 hours where classes aren't held. And so you have like this time where they hold like activities and stuff. Go to the club fair. I really recommend getting involved. I'm only in 2 clubs. 2 clubs, perfect. If you're in 1 club, that's fine. I recommend getting involved because you can make friends, you can make connections, and it's also a lot of fun, I think. And there are so many relating to your major, but there's also like other ones that have nothing to do with majors that are just fun. And I recommend going to the club fair because basically you can like see what all the clubs are about and like the sororities and frats and all that stuff. You just put your name and your email on the list, and then they send out email like the first meeting. If you sign up for a club and decide I don't want to go to that, then you just don't go to the club and you're not in the club, it's fine. Or if you go to the first meeting and are like, I don't know, this isn't for me, then you just have to, you can just stop going. Like, it's not a big deal. In clubs, they're not a big commitment. Once a month. Clubs at Marist meet once a month, and then you go to like 2 sort of events a semester about them. So you literally have like 3 or 4 meetings the whole semester. So it's not a big commitment, and I think clubs are really fun and important. Go to the club fair. I feel like I just got really passionate. It's just clubs, Katie. Calm down. The rest of them are more with like people and like friendships and stuff. Introduce yourself to everyone, okay? Just do that. You will probably never talk to most of them again. Completely being honest, like the amount of people I introduced myself to the first week that like I never talk to again is crazy, but just do it because you never know where that will lead you. And people get introduced to so many people that like if you don't want them to remember you, like they probably won't either. It does not hurt to introduce yourself, even if you're like more shy or you're more like scared to, you don't really want to. Just do it because they probably won't remember you anyway. Another way to meet people, this can vary depending on where you go to school, but I'm pretty sure it can work for everywhere. Do work or like hang out in the lounge or like the common area of like your dorm hall or something. I know at Marist, in the dorm hall I lived in, every 2 floors had like a lounge. If you just go out there and just do your homework, people are gonna come sit with you, be like, can I do my homework here? And like people will do homework around you, or they'll watch TV around you or something, and then you can meet people on your floor. Other places, I think they probably have like a lounge common area on like the bottom of the dorm hall, and so do that too, because then you can meet people from your entire dorm hall and just like go in the common area. This one I kind of hate, but like it's just essential, I feel. Eat your meals with random people. You have to eat. You eat 3 meals a day, you know? The first day, second day, before classes start, you only know your roommate. So you and your roommate need to like sit down with other people. I remember me and my roommate, one of our first meals, these 2 girls came and sat and ate. We're like, can we sit here? And then we had like lunch together. And then for like dinner, we like sat with another group of people. And even if it goes nowhere, which most of the time I feel like it doesn't, that's another way to meet people, is bonding over food. And meals are very social in college, so that's a good way to meet people, is eat with them. And then my last tip is to go to events, okay? The first week at Marist is crazy, especially the first 2 days. They have so many things planned. It is so tiring, y'all. Like, it was so much. I was exhausted, but go to all the events, and like the first week they'll have like fairs and events and stuff. You'll meet people, you'll get to feel the school, you'll learn more about the school, which I think is really important. Go to as many events as you can because it's really important, and it will really help you feel more comfortable at the school, which is the most important thing, I think. All right, everyone, that is my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. I'm trying to think of different video ideas to do about college, like 10 things. Another recent video I posted was 10 things you need like your freshman year, and these are things like you actually need. So check that video out. I love you guys so much. Subscribe to my channel. It's free. And yeah, peace. You know I told